folks, and welcome to the Video Game Choo Choo Podcast, the first one of 2017. I'm your host, John. With me this week are Michael.
I am Michael.
Ryan.
I am also Michael.
Ryan.
Sorry, who?
Ryan.
Michael.
Ryan?
Yes.
Okay. And Scott.
Hi, I'm Ryan.
God damn it.
Boy, anyone who's new to this podcast already confused.
Yeah. We should not scare away our hopefully new listeners in the new year. New listeners, new year, new me.
New Jonathan.
No, just John. Anyway, please, let's take it from the top so we don't confuse anybody. I'm John. We got Michael.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Sorry.
Ryan.
Sorry, who?
Ryan.
Yeah, Brian. Brian. That's me.
Did you get a name change to Brian?
No, I'm Ryan.
Oh. I was going to update it in the site for you.
No, it's okay.
And Scott.
Hi, everyone. My name's Scott.
There you go. Okay. Now we've all admitted to having the correct name. Now we can
No one's
continue.
living double lives.
You said it like we've committed some kind of crime, John. Like, yes, you've admitted to having the correct name. The name police are going to show up and handcuff me.
It's been about 2 minutes, and I've had to draw your names out like a fucking like someone trying to get a bunny out of a hole so they can capture it.
What?
Throw it to their fucking pet python.
What? What have you been doing?
You talk about scaring new listeners away. This is morbid.
Yeah, well, this is what happens.
You read a different Alice in Wonderland than I read. Mine, she went down the rabbit hole. There was cards. There was no pythons.
And this one, the rabbit's like, oh, I'm late. Mm-hmm. And then Alice just goes, oh, I have a python, and that would be cool if the python ate it, and then that's
Did you watch the XXX version?
Yeah, the Ralph Bakshi version of Alice in Wonderland.
There was
I've got a python.
No, it was not fuck. It was just a snake.
I just had this mental image of the rabbit going down the hole and Alice leaning over and Mr. Fantasticing her arm down the hole after the rabbit. And then just grabbing him with her rubbery limbs.
Great.
That's a fetish.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Wow, off to a great start in 2017, everybody.
Absolutely.
I'm trying not to be dirty and everything. It's the rest of these rowdy boys.
I think we should move on to the big conversation topic of the week. We'll get to what we've been playing and all that in a bit. But I think we should do news first this year, and talk about the Nintendo Switch. Now, as of recording, we basically just got our only a few hours ago the Treehouse stream ended. So we have as much information as possible about the Nintendo Switch, at least, from the streams and the websites and from people at the event talking to Nintendo representatives. So
I think we have the most information we'll have until that Fire Emblem, what do they call them, Directs.
Yeah, which will probably
later this week.
Yeah, which will probably have a more concrete, trailer for the Warriors game. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So I will be going through the article that Rose wrote for us, and I will stop pretty much after every point, and we'll discuss it. So, first and foremost, we found out when the Switch will be releasing and how much it will cost. It is coming out in Japan, Europe, North America, and pretty much everywhere else it seems to be releasing all at once on March 3rd.
That's sooner. That's sooner than That's like nearly a month sooner.
Yeah.
Yes. A lot of people were guessing the 17th, but it's way sooner than we thought.
The 23rd was what I was hearing right before the event.
Well, they were half right, so...
Yeah.
Take a 2 off. And it will, pretty much across the board, it will cost the equivalent of $299 US. Just equivalent to whatever the currency is in that country.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what was expected. A lot of people were thinking, oh, it'll be $250.
Those people were crazy.
Yeah, that seemed like real wishful thinking. But $300 doesn't seem that bad for a system of that caliber.
No, it seems pretty reasonable. That price was pretty much what I had in mind. So
Yeah. That's what a lot of people rumored.
Yeah, that's what the Wii U came out at. It's like $350. Those are the 2 SKUs, and this one just has the 1 SKU, 2 colors, same thing in each box. Like,
yeah. Now
I think that's perfect for like maximizing stock, especially if it's worldwide release. Like, you know, the Wii U problem was everyone wanted the black one because it had a bigger hard drive, and you couldn't find it because everyone wanted the black one. So.
And then they just kind of ended up like canceling the white one because it was kind of useless.
No one wanted it.
Yeah. So the you mentioned the air quotes SKUs. Instead of having like different colors for the actual like device, the Joy-Cons, which I will talk about in a moment. But you know, if you've seen that video that Nintendo posted ages ago when they first revealed the console, the Joy-Cons were the controllers, and instead of having like different colored consoles or anything like that, the Joy-Cons will be a different color depending on which one you buy. So there is either a gray bundle where it just has the gray controllers, or there's a neon one where you have one red and one blue controller. So, you know, if you want to have weird colored controllers, there you go.
Yeah.
Maybe someday
It's good
they'll
shit.
release a, like my old N64, like a translucent orange console. That would be the dream, but I think
That'd be on board, yeah.
I think translucent console stuff died with the 90s, so rest in peace.
Their Pro controller, which is sold separately, is somewhat translucent, or kind of looks like it.
A little bit. You can kind of see a bit of the circuitry beneath the like the middle part of it.
Yeah,
but it's not like
the
full
face.
on like neon see through.
No, it's black.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Nintendo then continued to talk about their plans for online. They did not get too specific because they want to talk about it in a later date, but they did mention that they were going to be charging for multiplayer.
online multiplayer.
Online multiplayer, yes. So, you know, that's... If you look at PlayStation Plus or Xbox Live Gold these days, you kind of end up going like, you know, I pay for this and they also give me some free games. You would think that Nintendo would do something similar. They are, but in a really weird way. Instead of just giving you a free game to keep every month, they will choose an NES or Super Nintendo game. And that will be free for a month. And then after that month expires, the license will lapse and they'll give you a new one, but you won't be able to play the old one. So it's just a month to play that game. Now, Nintendo did mention that I'm not sure if it's both NES and SNES games or just Super Nintendo games, but they did mention that for some of these classic games, they will be adding online multiplayer to them.
Yeah.
So that is kind of a big thing, but the fact that you can't keep them is a little...
You can if you pay for them.
Yeah, but like compared to PlayStation Plus, we're like, I mean, PS Plus is $60 a year now, but you still get a good amount of value from that. Like, even if you don't like every game they give you, if you crunch the numbers, you're getting a lot of like you're getting a lot of free games.
Yeah.
Or rather, you're buying like a lot of games for like pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
So real quick, the online multiplayer will be, their service goes live in the fall.
Yes.
So you won't have to pay for it. Like if you buy a Switch day one, you're not paying for online. It'll be free until whenever they launch it later this year. I don't know if any games will be coming out for free. Like you were saying, I think that starts in the fall, though.
I think they did mention that it'll be a trial period, so maybe
Yes.
they will be giving out some free, letting people play free games.
Yeah.
Up until they start charging. I think they're going to be trying to like sway people into using what they're doing. But the other really dumb thing is that the Switch doesn't have built-in voice chat or like party systems or anything. It's going to be on a smartphone app. So if you want to do Switch parties or anything like that, you're gonna have to use your phone. I mean, it's not like 90% of people these days just use Skype or Discord or something like that.
I wouldn't say that, especially when you're like in multiplayer lobbies with other people. Like that becomes like a whole other thing. I'm sure Nintendo doesn't really want to deal with that, with wanting to be a little bit more kid friendly and not wanting kids to experience that kind of vitriolic stuff. But some people do get on and just want to voice chat with other people. It's crazy.
I don't think it's
like
90.
that.
I don't think it's 90%. I think a good chunk do it. But
Yeah.
I think I know people who they plug in their PlayStation headset or they plug in their own headset.
Yeah.
And they get into Overwatch parties, and that's how they interact with their friends. And then friends can come and go as they please on their PlayStation. And it's simpler that way. Mm-hmm. And adding this weird layer of like I don't even know how I would do it with my phone. Like speakerphone? I don't want to do that.
Keep your phone next to you. Put some headphones on.
I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, it sounds really unappealing just conceptually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And plenty of people do similar stuff with just like sitting down with Skype or Discord on a computer. And I do that plenty of times with my phone, but I don't want that to be a requirement. That's just something I do to subvert like really poor codecs or wanting to talk to someone on some other service while I'm doing something else.
Sure.
It's weird.
It's really strange. I wonder if
it's like Nintendo looked at those things and recognized them, but decided they weren't a priority.
I imagine this, I don't know, because if you include voice chat in the console, you then have to either sell it separately or include in a pack-in some sort of headset, whether that's a really cheap headset like the Sony one or a slightly less cheap headset like the Xbox one. You then have to include that. And when you're doing that, you are like, and I don't think they've ever done that. The Wii didn't have one.
No.
Yeah. So when you're doing that, you're essentially saying this is a social device. Mm-hmm. And when their devices are still very much kid-centric or very kid and parent and family-friendly, including a voice device like that, a headset to talk to people, when they are so worried about parental controls, I bet that was the first hurdle that led them to this decision.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like one of the first things, other than like this, like after these first two presentations, the next thing that Nintendo posted on their YouTube was an ad for an app that they made for parents to do parental controls on the Switch.
Yeah.
It was a cute ad, don't get me wrong. Bowser, like, being a dad and, like, taking care of Bowser Jr. It was cute. But, at the same time, like, you know, it was they are still very much like, hey, make sure your kids are safe playing online.
Yeah.
And none of us are parents, but if I even try and put myself in that role in my head, that is very important. When your kid wants, especially if you're a younger kid, is asking for games. If I look at the Xbox and I look at the PS4 and then I look at the Switch is very forward about its parental controls.
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft have even started to hide like how to report people. Like it's incredibly difficult
ridiculous,
now. Yeah, it's many steps to where I don't even know how to do it. And I used to do it all the time on the 360. Like anyone like, oh, that's a Nazi symbol. Cool, you're reported, like, done. I don't know how to do that anymore. Whereas the idea that this is so forward with that, I think, is very important to them and very important to their bottom line.
Yeah.
And very important to the stores that will carry them, like the Walmarts. And so I think that had to have led to this decision. But I do want to go back and talk about those free games.
Okay.
Because I don't necessarily, I don't like what they're doing exactly, but I don't hate it as much as other people do. And I wish I could give this person a shout out because I saw them on Twitter, someone who does games writing, basically saying that he thought it was a good thing because, all Nintendo has really that outweighs its opponents, Sony and Microsoft specifically, is its IP. It's very lengthy history of first-party development. And to take that old IP, like let's say Super Metroid, to take that game and give it away for free, and then those people own it perpetually, from a business standpoint, you're taking away a potential customer. Like the people who are going to go download that like very voraciously, those are probably the people who would have very voraciously eventually bought it. So you're taking away your customer base, and then you're also devaluing all those old games by giving them away for free. Whereas if you're doing it temporarily for a month, and this is what the PS Plus does, because after that month you can't go and grab the PS Plus game anymore.
Right.
You can keep downloading it all you want, delete it and download it, you still own it, but you can't go grab it. Having it just in that month temporarily increases its value because it's in short supply. You can only get it for, July, let's say.
Yeah,
sure.
So if they say, hey, let's say August because that's fall. Let's say, or it's summer, I guess. Whatever. Let's say August is the first month, and they say first month of our service, it's going live August 1st, and Super Metroid is the game. Now, everyone who was on the fence for that online service, like, oh, I have Mario Kart, but I don't need the online service, may be swayed to then go like, well, I'll get the online service, and for a month, I can sit down and play Super Metroid. And it'll also dissuade people from pirating it, going and grabbing the ROMs. If it's something like Super Mario Kart, now you can just play with your friends, and they all have it for free because they have the online service. So I don't necessarily think it's this like huge negative thing. I think it's certainly not PR friendly. It's hard to explain that to someone and go like, this isn't terrible. But I don't think it's like, I don't think it's as big of a misstep as some people look at it and think it is.
Sure. I almost feel like this would be an excellent idea if PS Plus and Xbox Live Gold didn't, like, at the very least, if both of those didn't exist. Maybe if it was just PS Plus, I'd be like, all right, you know what, sure. But like the fact that like both of the other big companies are just giving games away, that makes it seem like more of a big deal. You're right, and I do know who you're talking about. That was Frank Cifaldi who tweeted about that.
Thank you.
And yes, I agree with Frank Cifaldi about that, especially because like he is very, very interested in game preservation, and and this is a good way to like get games out in front of someone and be like, look, this is an important game.
Yeah.
You should try this out and be like, learn about it, get your friends into it, and then like
stream
keep it alive. Yeah,
something.
So from a game preservation standpoint, as this fucking nerd who loves retro games and like wants to one day dreams of having one of those big shelves so I can have an anti-feminist rant in front of it. No,
start growing your hair out.
Oh God, I should do that in my closet. Jeez.
Stop showering. Just shower like every third day.
Yeah.
I think it's also like a good advertisement for that stuff.
Oh,
like,
totally, 100%.
The underlying reason people don't like this is because Virtual Console sucks. It's expensive and it doesn't carry over. Like that's the real reason this sucks, in my opinion. Because like you're right. Like Xbox, I think Xbox Gold. Like Gold with games, that stuff's great. PS Plus, especially over the last...
It's been bad.
Yeah, Invisible Ink I think was really good, but like the 6 months before that was just like eyebrow raise after eyebrow raise of like, I'll download that one, but I won't play it. Like Helldivers, like that's cool, but I don't know anyone who wants to play.
It's a very good game. Yeah,
yeah.
That's hard. I mean, releasing that and letting everyone get it at once is a really good idea. But like, I don't know. You're right. I don't know if we can ever get a group together and play Helldivers.
Yes.
But also, we should get a group together and play Helldivers because Helldivers rules.
Yeah, I just you
Look,
know
I
think it's interesting.
All I'm gonna say is yeah, it's an interesting idea. I don't know if it's the right or the wrong way to go. At the very least, I feel like if Nintendo wants to do this, I think the best way they could do this is if they just made that game cheap during that month at least. I think that would maybe be the best way to do it, just to be like, look, you could try this game out, and then if you want to keep it, it's only $2 instead of $5 or something like that. I feel like that would at least make more sense to me.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if they did that every, like, at the holiday, like, hey, all the games for the past 6 months are now on sale that you had for free and got to try out, I think that would be more interesting.
Something like that, because I just don't like the thought of them just not really having any incentive to keep that game, because like, I mean, like, you're right, and Frank Cifaldi's right that like having that limit like makes it a little more special and all that.
Sure.
And then having that rotation lets you like introduce new games to people, but they also need to make it easy for people who do get interested in those games to basically fall into them, just to be like, well, I really like Super Metroid, I'm just gonna buy it now because it's $3 and who gives a shit.
Yeah, or packages where you can buy a bunch of Metroid games together, or something to make it easier on the consumer, because otherwise it's like, cool, I got this game for a month, it's $20.
Yeah, I feel like,
I mean, they're not going to be that much, but still.
It's $10-15 is a lot for a digital game that's 30 years old.
Yeah, and I feel like part of the problem when we talk about this is kind of inherent in that whole thing of, you saying Nintendo's a very kid-friendly console, because like us in the Skype call, like those retro games, but not everybody does, I feel like. I
think some people just haven't had a chance.
Yeah, and that's fair, but I don't know. I feel like games that old, which are fine, like I said, I like them, we all like them, but I feel like there are going to be people out there who feel that this, and Michael, the way you explained it, that he explained it about, it being more of a kind of bringing these games into the public light, it's still, I feel like there are people who wouldn't exactly appreciate getting a 30-year-old game that they could download for free, like super easily. And that's fine, because that's not who Nintendo is really angling for on this. But I feel like there's always going to be that subset of dissatisfaction with this, especially among maybe like younger kids. I mean, maybe the parents won't buy younger kids like the online connection. I don't know. Like, say what you will about my argument here, but
teenagers, like early kids in their real early 20s or even late teens will look at this and be like, I don't care about Grandpa's first Mario Kart. Where's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
Yeah. And I mean,
where can I see Peach's boobs?
I'm not trying to make this.
I know where.
Oh, thanks.
I'm not trying to make this into like a kids these days kind of conversation, but I
understand with retro, me. There's a nostalgic disconnect.
Yeah, and people,
unless they can start bringing in like N64 games, and I know they have some, but like GameCube games and maybe even eventually Wii games, like unless this thing is not backwards compatible, but it's not, but something that harkens to more recent nostalgia. I mean, like, there's no reason Wii Sports can't work on this thing.
Well, yeah, and part of it that I'm saying is just that retro games are difficult. They're not easy, and like if you have like someone who's not really into those kinds of games, they're gonna play it for 15 minutes, get frustrated, and then put it down. And that's again making a very assumptive argument about a lot of people who would be paying for this online service, which I don't want to do. But I'm just saying there's always the possibility that despite however many arguments we throw at this whole online service, there's going to be people who just on the basis of their taste in games will not ever be satisfied with it. I suppose.
It's the same thing with PS Plus.
Yeah.
Like every month, an amazing game can come out on PS Plus. And there's a subgroup of people who go, "Oh, that one sucked." It's like, okay,
and
see you, dude.
I just think I don't know. There's something about just the fact that at this point they've only announced NES and SNES games when there's just so much behind that. Like you said, you can get ROMs for it. You can find them anywhere. They're so easy to play these days, and it almost feels like a concession by Nintendo rather than a sort of promotion, if that makes any sense. Like it's less.
I think it's just easier to slap those up there.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's so much easier to port
hold on.
We should move on in a second.
I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan, real quick, let me just say that, like, I feel like the problem is that Nintendo needs to make this better than free.
Yeah.
And in a sense, they're not, because, like, if you just download a ROM onto your computer, or if you go out and buy a Raspberry Pi or something like that and just load it up with every fucking NES game ever, then, like, I mean, sure, Nintendo's gonna be adding, like, online multiplayer to some of this stuff, but, like, when you could spend, like, I don't know, like, less than $100 on a Raspberry Pi and then just have every NES game and just play it on your TV whenever.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about those games going away. Like,
yeah.
Why bother?
I don't think those games are the selling point. I think they're a sweetener.
Of course.
If I can finish my thought, please.
Yes, please. I'm sorry.
The last thing I was trying to say is that these games, like Michael said, feel more like a concession than anything else. It's like Nintendo saying, we're charging for our online service now, but we need to have something that makes it look like we're not just we're not just making people pay to play multiplayer, which is what it is. And so I feel like they picked the most the easiest route they possibly could have out of this, which is to pick up these 20, 30-year-old, well, not even 20, because that'd be 1997. These 30-year-old games that, take up no processing power and all that. It's cool, like you said, it's like their IP and all that. But I just really get the feeling that they slapped this together to make people want to, want to pay for multiplayer, when really it was an afterthought. So that's all I have to say, so y'all can finish. And we can move on. Let's
move on. But thank you. So the next bit is that they did talk about that up to 8
Whoa
Nintendo.
There. Calm down. Yeah. No reason to cry.
He got really excited.
The Switch. Okay, so up to 8 Nintendo Switches can connect together
via LAN.
Yeah, via LAN for local multiplayer, all wireless. And the Switch will have a touchscreen.
Hell yeah.
So that is confirmed.
No stylus, it's a touchscreen.
Yeah, it is.
Right,
it's a 6.2-inch screen, 720, like everyone said it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You have to use your grubby fingers.
Smudge all over it. Get your fingerprints.
Just use your tongue.
You try to wipe it off on your jeans, but it just doesn't work after a while.
Yeah.
So the other, kind of a downer thing that is a bit of a weird bit here is that the Switch's battery life is it's really up and down. It is anywhere from 8 hours or 6 hours. 6 hours. Anywhere from 6 hours to 3 hours, depending on which game you're playing.
The example that they give on their website is that Zelda would last 3 hours.
So I guess depending on how big the game is, how hard it's hitting the console.
Yeah. So it seems to be about 3 to 6 hours. Now, the Switch, which is just the tablet thingy, that can be plugged in at the bottom via the same AC cable that plugs in the dock. So if you were to leave, if you were to pick this thing up out of the dock, it's in the dock, it's plugged into your TV. If you wanted to pick that thing up and leave, you wanted to charge it somewhere else, you need to unplug the dock from the wall, and take that with you.
They do the same thing with the 3DS, though. I mean, granted, the 3DS is a little bit more portable than the Switch, but like, But the
3DS doesn't have a. But the 3DS doesn't have a dock that it sits in next to your TV that then plugs into the wall behind it.
Yeah.
Like my 3DS charger is either in the wall already where I am going to charge it, like I would anything mobile, or it's sitting next to my 3DS where it's not being used because it's a 3DS.
Now, here's the thing, though. It's a USB-C charger. So as long as you can get your hands on a USB-C charger, or if you just buy like a portable charger for it...
Assuming the voltage is the same, I assume it's fine, because USB usually is fine with that stuff, but I fried a phone that way, so...
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to fry your Switch when you're trying to play Zelda.
Unless you're hungry.
Yeah.
Please don't eat your Switch.
They didn't say how long the Joy-Con batteries were, because those have their own batteries.
They have a separate battery, and they will charge if they are connected to
the dock or the Joy-Con grip, which itself needs to be charged.
Yeah, so it's like one of those like those extra batteries that you get for your phone. That's basically it.
Joy-Con grip comes with the Switch. You don't have to buy it extra, and you've probably seen it. It's the thing that looks like a dog's face.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, so that's smart, but like if those things, I mean, a PS4 controller, mine fucking gives out in a heart's beat. So, if these things are about that long, that'll suck. But if I can then put it into something else that charges it up and then take it, like, I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So then they talked about the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons are basically like a cross between the way that the 3DS is set up, except it's way smaller. The analog stick is more like a GameCube analog stick, and they each have HD Rumble, which is a very high end like version of the Rumble that you would get in like a Wiimote or something like that. They like the thing that they talked about to describe it was like, if you can hold the Joy-Con and it will be able to accurately convey the feeling of multiple pieces of ice in a glass, and then it can also precisely convey the water being poured into that cup. Like,
so one of the mini games, or one of the games they were showing in New York, was like a game where you had to guess how many balls were in a box by just holding the Wiimote or the Joy-Con.
Jeez, we're going to be making that mistake a lot.
It looks like it's a Wiimote, like it is. Anyways,
so,
you could hold it and you could like shake the Joy-Con and feel it kind of. You could feel the balls moving around the box, and like you were actually holding one.
Yeah, there's an IR sensor in front of at least one of the Joy-Cons. I don't remember which one, but I know one of them has an IR sensor, and they said that it can pick up it's not like too nuanced, but they said that it would be able to see if you were doing rock, paper, or scissors. One of the mini games was like that you had to stick the IR sensor in front of your mouth and pretend that you were eating a sandwich really fast.
That one will make you look like a madman. Like,
for real.
I kind of love it.
Kind of just hold your fist up to your mouth and then just try to move your jaw up and down as quickly as possible.
Sorry, like this.
Yeah, basically.
No, less smacking like a crazy person.
Yeah, more like
less. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Like you're chomping.
Yeah. So the Joy-Cons seem very small though, which is the one thing that's a little worrying. But each little Joy-Con, though, has enough buttons to be its own controller. So if you want to play 2-player games, you can just set the screen down, and then each person can have a Joy-Con. And then it has an analog stick, it has 4 buttons, on the front, it has, I think it has 4, like triggers and bumpers.
Well, no. It just has triggers.
Okay, It just has triggers? Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
One thing I noticed is that the wrist straps that come with add a couple more buttons.
Yes. No. I don't know if it adds buttons.
It just extends the shoulder/trigger buttons that they have.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
But it does also make the Joy-Con bigger. So both Joy-Con in the Switch, both Joy-Cons come with the wrist strap. So that's in with the package. And when you put it on, it like adds, I'm not even sure like how much, but maybe 1/4 of an inch, and that makes it look just like it's a little bit more comfortable.
Sure. But yeah, I've seen some comparison shots. The actual the length of the Joy-Con is slightly longer than if you open up a 3DS, a new 3DS XL, if you open one of those up, it's slightly bigger than the bottom half of it. I know that's crazy to say if you're not looking at one, but it seems like it's not as small as you would think, but
it's still small.
I could see it being pretty cramped if you're holding it in your hands and all that. But so onto the games. They showed quite a few games.
Well, hold on.
Oh, okay.
This is just a small stuff there's no region lock.
Yeah, no region locking.
No Street Pass.
Yeah, they took out Street Pass and Miiverse.
Yeah, no Miiverse.
Bad Miiverse post is really dreading that earlier today.
It is cartridges. It's 32 gigabyte hard drive, though some of that is taken up by system software. Micro SDs, and initially on their website it said 128 gigabyte micro SDs. On the Treehouse stream they said up to 256, that they were using a 256, and those are just coming out. So that's not depending on how big the games are, rumor is that Zelda is about 13 gigabytes and that those cartridges can hold 16. If the games are about that big, that's not terrible if you got 256 in your micro SD. I'm personally not looking forward to, I never liked it with the 3DS, having to carry those cartridges around. I always felt like I could only have one game with me, the one that was in the system. So maybe with the micro SD I can digitally download a few and then put one in the cart. Saves are on the cartridge, so you won't have to, if you have multiple if you have multiple micro SDs, you won't have to worry about that. I think that's it. Pro controller is $70.
Yeah, all the controllers and stuff are pretty expensive.
It's kind of absurd.
A set of Joy-Cons, and you can buy the Joy-Cons. So
piecemeal.
You can buy them left and right, $50 each, or you can buy them together, $80. Like John said, how there's a gray version and then a red-blue version. You can buy the just blue Joy-Cons or just red Joy-Cons if you want to do that. An additional Joy-Con charging grip is $30. A new docking set is $90. They have a wheel.
Okay.
For Mario Kart.
You get two of them. They're $15. They are tiny.
How does that work?
The dude who played him, I don't know how big his hands were, but the Joy-Con is relatively small, and the wheel was maybe a half inch on each side wider. It was tiny. It was like one of those play cars that kids get,
right? And
that's how big that thing was. I don't know why they're so small.
Oh boy,
but they're tiny. Maybe don't get those.
Yeah. Consider your options.
Oh boy.
So we're 40 minutes in and we haven't even talked about the games. Here we go, everybody.
This whole episode's going to be the Switch.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. All right, so the first thing that they showed off was the minigame collection. It's called 1-2 Switch. It seems like one of those, what you would expect from a minigame collection, but the twist is, I'm not sure if it's all of the games, but at least most of the games in 1-2 Switch are designed so you don't actually have to look at the screen. You're supposed to look at the other person that you're playing with. For example,
it's all the games. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So for example, they showed a quick draw game. So you have to have the Joy-Con on your side, and then you have to lift it up and press the button. And whoever presses it first, after they go shoot, then you win. And it's just basically that, And I think the sandwich eating thing is in 1-2 Switch that I mentioned earlier. There is a milking minigame, which
that one's creepy.
Just looks like you're jacking off, and
oh boy,
we'll get to that later. I'll tell you that much. There will be another game where you will jack off your Joy-Con.
Okay.
But that just seems like the minigame collection for the proof of concept. It looks fun enough. That looks like something that you could like bring to your parents' house and be like, look, guys, I got the new console. Let's all play and eat dinner together, and then I'll go home. Whatever.
Was that a launch game?
Yes, 1-2 Switch will be a launch game.
Okay, because there aren't many.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Mm-hmm. The other game that they talked about, or their new IP, is called ARMS. This game looks cool. I think it looks cool. It's pretty divisive, but I think it looks neat.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a fighting game where each player has you can use standard controls for it from what I've heard, but each player is supposed to have just 2 Joy-Cons in their hand, and it's like a boxing game basically, but each character has super stretchy arms. Mm-hmm. And it's all about just like using your character's abilities to knock the crap out of your opponent. Like each character has different abilities. Like there's a ninja who can teleport. There's a girl in like a spring mech who can like bounce around.
And each character has different sets of boxing gloves. Mm-hmm. So the stretchy girl her 3 weapons are different than the mummy's 3 weapons. Mm-hmm. So there are 5 characters, but each of them, and then you can choose each individual hand. So the mummy, I know, had like a big ball with spikes on it, mm-hmm. and then he had like a weird rocket one that shot 3 different shots. And then that way you can mix up, like, I have a big hefty, heavy thing that when I throw it, it takes forever, but then I've got one that shoots multiple shots, so maybe I can like trick my opponent mm-hmm. into dodging to my left
sure.
and hit him with the big one.
Yeah. ARMS is set to release in spring. It's not launch, but it's probably pretty soon.
I'd have to imagine.
Yeah.
That's got to be like cool. March.
Yeah. Looked cool. They also confirmed Splatoon 2. So Splatoon, they didn't go too in-depth with Splatoon 2.
They did during the Treehouse stream.
Oh, okay. Well, from what they showed at the conference, excuse me, I was at work during the stream, but
it's fine.
It's fine.
All right.
You didn't miss anything.
All right. Well, yeah, they showed that of course there's going to be new maps. They talked about how they're going to have like new Splatfests. You're going to be able to customize your hair, which is pretty cool. They also confirmed that your stats aren't tied to clothes.
Yes.
So
that was like the big thing they kind of said today as well.
Yeah, so you're going to be able to just wear what you want. You don't really have to worry about customizing your Inkling based on stats. You can just, wear what you want. Which is cool, because that game is all about, like, showing your style. And that was kind of something that was a little, like, even though pretty much no matter what you wore, it looked good. Excuse me, it looked good, but, if you wanted to wear something specific, you had to really work for it.
Yeah.
That's summer.
Yeah, that is this summer.
Yeah, which, that's a good summer game. It kind of gets summer, games slow down. Mm-hmm. Didn't the last Splatoon come out, like, in the summer?
I'm not sure.
All right, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. Nintendo also showed off the next Mario game, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
Where Mario is entering
New Donk City.
Yeah, new fucking Donk City.
Oh, Lord.
It seems to be final. I've been waiting for this for so long. They are making a new Mario 64, Mario Galaxy style Mario game.
Yeah.
But you can traverse through all these different levels. They showed a couple, like there was a city actually called New Donk City, where there were like humans, like normal sized human beings, like not like Mario, like actual fucking people.
Like
Mario's like half their size.
Yeah, like Sonic 06. Sonic 06, it's kind of like that, except
Yeah,
with Mario.
people kept comparing it to like Sonic Adventure and Sonic 06, and
He wasn't making out with ladies, so
Not yet.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, the game isn't out yet. We'll see
Yeah.
what happens.
we can all cross our fingers.
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Mamma mia, I'm a
Charles,
horny.
did Charles Martinet have to
Charles
make
Martinet.
kissy noises as Mario?
Mamma mia.
As good as the spaghetti.
Mario
Alright,
Mario
so-
has never fucked. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
How
But
do you explain Mario? Or is that him as a kid?
Baby Mario is
Mario?
him as a
Ah.
child, yeah. But yeah, no, I mean it looks really nice. There are different environments. Like there's a food based area. There's a gigantic forest. There's
It's like a pastel kind of looking area.
yeah. It looks absolutely gorgeous. It looks like so
Yeah.
much fun to play. Also, his hat is alive in this game.
Yeah, I don't want to think about that one too much.
As soon as the hat's like fucking Banjo Kazooie ass eyes opened up, I was like, the hat is alive.
If that hat could talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mario jumps on the hat too. Like he flings it and he can bounce off of it. So that's fucked up.
That game looks great.
It looks
that game looks
fantastic.
like
So
just the words New Donk City. also like pimp looking Bowser.
Yeah.
yeah, he's wearing a tuxedo. He's finally
A white tuxedo.
Yeah, white tuxedo. He's finally trying to actually marry Peach. So shit's going down. He's pulling the fucking trigger. He's not just like sitting there with her in a cage. He's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna fucking be king this time. Like Mario's like actually got to put the pedal to the metal. There's a fucking time limit here.
I mean, or maybe he just wants to dress nice.
Yeah. No, I mean it explicitly
She's
says
in
that
it,
he's trying
yeah.
to marry her. Yeah.
She's in a wedding dress.
Whatever.
But also maybe he's trying to dress nice.
Yeah. Also that too.
What if there's a mini game where you have to dress up Bowser in some fly ass clothes?
Oh, fuck, that'd be
Yeah.
really good.
That would be a
Damn.
day one buy for me. So
Absolutely. Princess
That's a
Maker
holiday.
for
Yeah,
Bowser.
yeah, they said that this game is coming out the holiday of this
well,
year.
it would be a
Which-
day one buy for that game. So
Yeah, no, I know what you meant.
Yeah.
I think Holiday makes sense for that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're gonna get to it, but like Zelda at launch and then Mario in the holiday, because that's why the Switch is coming out in March.
It's
So
yeah.
the people who are gonna buy it, no matter when it comes out, buy it, and then when holiday comes around, you have you already have the launch games that maybe take a little extra time to come out, like the Splatoons and like the rest that we're going to talk
the
about.
ARMS and all that.
Yeah, the ARMS. That way they're out, and it's everything from big AAA Nintendo titles, the new Mario game, the little stuff like the ARMS and the 1-2 Switch and the other games, and the stock is there, and every place has everything. Like people are saying already, everyone's decrying everything about this thing. Like, it's great, it's terrible, Nintendo's doomed, Nintendo's saved. Like, shockingly, it's somewhere
The
in the middle.
takes.
But
Yeah.
The takes.
the real like game changer will be January. It will be a year from now. That's
Yeah.
when we'll know,
How it did.
is this thing taking off or not. Like the Wii U had terrible initial sales, but it was like, well, you never know. Like, all it takes is 1 or 2 games, and the one thing Nintendo could never do was put together 2 or 3 games together. So, like, that's why Mario's at the end of the year, and I think that's a really fucking killer app to have at the end of the year.
Yeah.
The game looks great.
So a couple of like third-party games, real quick. They confirmed that Dragon Quest 10 and 11 are going to be on the Switch, as well as a compilation of both Dragon Quest Heroes games.
All right.
Square Enix also confirmed that a new game from the Bravely Default team is coming out called Octopath Traveler. It's Project Octopath Traveler. That
Which-
might not be its actual name.
Which, if it's not its name, they fucked up like royally
Yeah.
because everyone
Yeah.
loves it. It's great.
It looks great. It's
Yeah, it looks
like
good.
if like screenshots don't even do it justice. I actually I was talking to someone else, and he loves Final Fantasy games, and I showed him like a screenshot. I was like, "Hold on, this looks like shit. Hold on, watch the trailer." because it's 2D sprites, but in a set in a 3D place.
Yeah.
So they look gorgeous in movement.
Yeah.
Think about these indie games and their sprite work. It's tiring.
Yeah, and even like the battle systems look like old Final Fantasy games where it's your 2D sprites and the big huge dragon on the left. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that's what Bravely Default was all about. Like they're trying to really get back to, because Final Fantasy doesn't ever want to get back to the Final Fantasy roots. They kind of splintered that off a bit to let that team do their own thing and make more hardcore RPGs. Well, Final Fantasy 15 exists.
Yeah,
the boys,
our boys.
Yeah. So Atlas also came out and said that the next Shin Megami Tensei game will be on the Switch. They say they want it. They claim that will be out this year. Which, I mean, it's the 25th anniversary game, and it is the 25th anniversary this year, so, you know.
They claim.
Well, here's the thing. Persona games get delayed, or at least Persona 5 has been delayed, like, crazily, but Shin Megami Tensei games have come out, like, perfectly fine with zero problems, as far as I know. Like,
I wouldn't be too worried about SMT.
Yeah.
If it shows up at E3 and we see gameplay, I'll be like, yeah, sure, that's this year. But if like that was a teaser trailer, like that was a trailer just so you saw Jack Frost and went like, oh, Jack Frost, what's up, man? And then that's what that trailer is.
Some Kamen Rider looking motherfucker. Oh boy.
Nintendo, back to Nintendo, they announced a new Xenoblade game that's just called Xenoblade 2.
Sure.
Not even Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it's Xenoblade 2.
I thought Xenoblade X was like literally the 10th one, so when they said 2, I was like, what? All right.
There've been a lot of Xeno games, but this is the third Xenoblade game, but it's Xenoblade 2. I don't know. It's confusing.
If you say so.
It's like Rambo First Blood Part 2, like that.
Okay. Now I understand.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a Xenoblade game, so sure, it'll probably be good.
Yeah.
They also announced that Koei Tecmo and Team Ninja are working on a new Warriors game with Fire Emblem characters this time, which makes perfect fucking sense. There's going to be a Fire Emblem Direct next week. So
this week.
Yeah, this week when you listen to it.
Yes.
So
that's how time travel works.
I'm sorry. Yeah, they will talk about that, or we'll talk about that next week.
The next podcast.
Yes.
God.
Then fucking Todd Howard came out standing in front of standing in front of the Yu-Gi-Oh opening. Like,
I didn't see Todd Howard. I just saw Yugi.
Yeah.
Pharaoh Yugi.
Yeah.
It's weird.
And he was like, Skyrim's coming out on the Switch. It's supposed to be at the end of the fucking year. So
yeah, I think they said like fall. So like November.
Whatever.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Thanks, Todd.
And then
they didn't say the Legendary Edition, which has all the DLC.
I'm sure.
it is.
I'm almost positive it would be the complete edition of that game.
If it's not, people are gonna shit themselves.
Because when they ported it to like PS4 and all that, it was like the complete edition, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it was called something
the
like
Legendary
specific.
Edition or whatever.
Yeah, this one was just called Skyrim.
Maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't have any reason to believe they won't include the DLC.
Yeah, exactly.
I suspect they will, but that's a really weird marketing misstep.
I don't know.
Bethesda's usually pretty strong on like naming things and saying this is this edition, this is the Fallout Steelbook Game of the Year
Sure.
edition.
So,
go ahead, John. Everyone be quiet while John actually weeps.
Something amazing happened during that stream.
Oh boy.
A man came out after having spent too many hours at a bar.
So, I really wasn't expecting it. Like, I was ready for something to happen. Like, okay, so it's you all know what I'm
just
talking about.
Just say it. Start saying the words.
Suda51 came out, and he was wearing a No More Hero shirt, and I almost burst into tears immediately. And then he actually said, "We're making a new No More Heroes game."
Yeah, boy.
And he was like, "Yeah, Travis Touchdown's gonna be in it." Showed a picture of Travis, the fucking Travis Strikes Again shirt, and I still don't know what to do with myself.
The interpreter had a real time with him, but he did manage to get out that it is going to be very wrestling influenced. And someone on Twitter mentioned earlier today that the interpreter had some problems, but one of the things they managed to catch out of it was that it's going to be like very strong style influenced, and that it's going to be a little bit more along the style of Fire Pro Wrestling games. So that sounds really fucking cool.
Yeah, it might not be like a standard No More Heroes game. It might be like some kind of like fighting game, like a No More Heroes fighting game or something like that. Like
we'll see. Either way, I think John will be happy.
We'll see. I mean, like if I'm being 100% honest, a lot of Suda's more recent work has been a little. But he hasn't been directing and writing.
Yeah, this one he is directing.
He is directing and writing this new game.
They said he hadn't directed in like a decade?
Yeah, I think since like No More Heroes 1, I think he didn't direct. Jeez. So, yeah, I'm pretty fucking excited. The last thing that Nintendo showed off at this conference was Breath of the Wild. They showed a pretty amazing trailer where they confirmed that it is coming out on the 3rd, same day as the Switch, for both the Switch and the Wii U. So if you do want to buy the Wii U version, it is coming out same day. I mean, I don't know. I'm not super into Zelda, so it's kind of hard for me to talk.
Oh,
I mean, I thought it was a really good trailer. I thought that game looked really cool. There's voice acting in a Zelda game now.
Like pretty good voice acting.
Really
too.
good.
Yeah. It was Japanese, right? Or was it English? And I wasn't really.
It was Japanese.
They put out an English trailer as well.
Oh, okay. Sick! I should go watch that.
Yeah,
I like that trailer. All but sold me on that game.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure, looking at like the launch lineup and stuff, that I will get it. I will try to get it if I get a Switch.
Yeah.
I don't really like some of the changes, but I would have to play it to find out.
Yeah.
But that trailer was intense and had enough stuff in it that I went, "What the fuck? What is this?" That I wanted, like, it was like, well, now I have to see this for myself.
Yeah.
I was already pretty sold on Breath of the Wild from their last presentation, but I remember a lot of the concerns that popped up were like, is this just going to be an open world thing? Is there really not going to be a lot of cinematic story stuff? And this kind of proved everyone wrong on that. And
there's like
feels
other
great.
Characters.
Yeah.
It almost
There's
looked like we were in a
characters.
part. Yeah, it almost looked like you were in a party. Like, if you didn't tell me anything about that game and you showed me that trailer, I'd be like, is this an RPG where you're partying up? What is this?
Oh, man. It's some Zelda-ass Zelda.
Yeah.
Oof. Also, I'm still like a little up in the air about what the player character situation is. Everyone knows it's going to be Link, but they mentioned before that there was going to be like a playable female character. Like they kind of doubled back on themselves and eventually said, yeah, we can do that. But
yeah, you might be able to play Zelda a little bit, maybe.
Zelda, like based on that trailer, seems like a very major character, but like major to the story, and the way she's presented is very like not like someone who's going to be doing a lot of combat. So we'll kind of see.
Just in that trailer, though, like I feel like in that trailer she was very story centric, but in other trailers it almost feels like there's this one in specific where she rides up in Link's like outfit, kind of on the horse when he's in battle, and like gets between him and a monster. So I don't know.
We'll wait.
That game's coming out soon, so we'll see.
We'll know what happens. But man, that game looks great, and I'm like, I'm very tempted to get a Switch at launch just to play that.
Yeah.
So some other like smaller stuff that they didn't like full on talk about, but were like in a sizzle reel. Some other games like Binding of Isaac's coming out on there. There's gonna be a new Blaze Blue on there. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 is gonna be on the Switch. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It's gonna have new characters and new stages. I don't know if all of the characters are confirmed, but the characters that were confirmed were like King Boo, Dry Bones, Bowser Jr., and Boy and Girl Inklings.
Yeah, they showed it on the Treehouse. I wasn't paying attention because they said Mario Kart, and I was like, see ya. They did say that comes out April 28th. So that's kind of soon.
Yes. There's There's a new version of Fast Racing Neo called Fast RMX.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be on there. I Am Setsuna is going to be on the Switch. Sure. That's going to be a launch game.
Are you?
Yes.
I don't.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It is not a launch game.
It's not.
Not according to Eurogamer on this thing
It is
I'm
for
looking at.
Japan. It is for Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
When you're done going through games, I'll go through what's coming out when.
Okay.
Real quick.
Puyo Puyo Tetris
Oh boy,
is coming out
yeah.
on the Switch.
Hell yes.
John.
Yes.
John.
Yes. 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 Yes.
If you can play that, only one of us needs to switch, and then we could just play Puyo Puyo Tetris or not. We could just land.
Yes.
We can both have switches, and we can play.
Yes.
Fuck, like, wait, remember when we had to wait, and then we weren't sure which PS3 it was on at CEO Otaku? Fuck that shit. I got a Switch in my back pocket. I'm playing this shit myself. Let's go. I'm gonna take you to school.
They confirmed that Sonic Mania is going to be on the Switch. They're porting Steep to the Switch,
which is weird.
Yeah,
Steep
I think that's
great.
a launch game.
maybe.
Yeah, it's not on this. It's not on this list. I think Ubisoft came out and said that's a launch game.
Okay.
Oh boy.
They're making a new Bomberman game for the Switch.
What?
Super Bomberman R. They showed that off on the Treehouse stream. It's Bomberman.
Yes,
Yeah.
I hope so.
There was something a little iffy about it where
Yeah.
I saw that there was some sort of like coin thing where it was like pay 5 coins to keep playing, and that
Yeah.
was weird when it's a full price game.
It might be a free to play thing, and hopefully it's not. But we'll see.
I'm not sure if it's full price. Like that
It's-
was one of the thing.
The placeholder price on that, or the placeholder price on that game for right now is like $32 or something like that. So, I think.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Don't quote
some
me
of
on
some of the prices on these things are strange because some places are uniform, and some places they are wildly different. Some of them are very clearly placeholder prices of the typical $59.99 when they are smaller games like 1-2 Switch, which I think they came out and said would be closer to $40. They have not been very upfront about pricing, and
Except on the controllers.
except on the controller, they're very upfront about that. Yeah, they've been very, like, a lot of the retailer websites have just been trying to keep up. So it's impossible to tell. There is a single player in that Bomberman, though.
Yeah.
No clue what it is. It has cutscenes, apparently. I stopped watching because as soon as they showed it, it looks like old school Bomberman. Like, it's not your...
Yeah.
It's not like
Bomberman
Bomberman 64 or anything. It's flat screen, the same kind of square Bomberman stage. It just looks like that, which is neat.
The single player is more platformy. I don't think it's going to be as like actiony as Bomberman 64 was, but it was still like a platform adventure.
Right, and that's a Konami game.
Yeah.
Made by and published by Konami.
Konami owns Bomberman now. Yeah.
Oh boy.
They also said that there's going to be a Taiko Drum Master game.
Really?
Yeah.
That'd be cool, especially if they had the HD Rumble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Make it
yeah.
actually feel like you're striking something. That would
That'd be
cool.
good shit.
There's gonna be a Tales game, like Tales of whatever. And then the last like big thing that they talked about was really weird. They're making a new version of Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, Super Street Fighter 2.
Ultra Street Fighter 2, the final challengers.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to like kind of pick up things here and there because like a couple of people in the fighting game community have gotten their hands on it. From what I can gather, it is a new version of that game. Like they rebalanced it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so also it has 2 separate art styles where one art style is the classic like Super Nintendo like pixely one, and the other one it looks like HD Remix.
Ass. Looks like ass.
Which HD Remix isn't really
It
great.
looks like... I think the audio changes as well. Like,
Oh,
I think the
boy.
music changes, and I think the sound effects change.
Yeah. And then they added 2 new characters to Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, they did.
It's Evil Ryu, and for the first time in a Capcom game, a Violent Ken
Yeah.
from SVC Chaos. So that's pretty wild that Violent Ken is in a Capcom game.
Yeah,
'Cause that
Violent,
was an SNK character.
Violent Ken is my favorite member of the Insane Clown Posse.
There's also co-op.
Yeah, there's a co-op mode where you can beat the shit out of Bison and all that, like in Alpha.
Yeah. They said that came about. When Ono was on the stream, I listened for a little bit, and he said that mode in particular came about due to a bug. So I don't know how that happened. Maybe they were playing a 2-player game and it just went to single player, and they're like, "Hey, this is a neat mode." I don't know.
Yeah.
Bison decided he wanted to hang out.
Yeah,
And then they beat him up.
I have a feeling that there might be more to that game because, like, I don't know, there was like a flash of like some first-person cutscene thing.
3D first-person
3D.
cutscenes, like a half a second in the trailer they showed. They were being a little vague on the Treehouse stream about certain things. Nobody asked them because, of course, it's a Nintendo-hosted stream, so nobody's going to ask them the hard questions. But they were being purposefully like there was more to come.
Yeah.
And some people thought that might be more characters. Some people thought that might be the weird, whatever the hell, that VR-looking motherfucking first-person, I'm hot duking this dude in the stomach and I can't see his face thing was, but...
Yeah, I feel like there are going to be at least maybe a couple more characters, because if they are specifically saying the final challengers, this is a big thing, like, I think it would be kind of dumb if they just added new versions or like different versions of the same characters. Like, I don't know, that's not that
skins.
Big. Like don't get me wrong, to someone like me who's like, oh yeah, no, Evil Ryu and Violent Ken play very differently than Ryu and Ken.
Yes.
But to the average person, they're just like, wow, Akuma looks weird, you know, like... I don't know.
Akuma
I
got a haircut.
Yeah,
he's a new character.
Yeah, like I get it, but at the same time, it's like fucking Violent Ken. That's crazy.
Such a good name.
It's such a good name.
Pull, yeah.
Almost as good as New Donk City, but not quite.
Violent Ken visits New Donk City and tears shit up. Just fucking Tatsumaki down the road.
That's No More Heroes
cars.
3.
Yeah, he's in No More Heroes 3.
Finally, we know what it is.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go over the launch, or the currently schedule of the Switch real quick?
Sure.
Launch will be Zelda, the 1-2 Switch, Skylanders Imaginators, which is a port, Just Dance 2017, and Super Bomberman R. That's all on March 3rd. Okay. Then for the rest of March, it's the Fast Neo RMX, Snipper Clips, which is a co-op puzzle game where you kind of, like, you're a piece of paper and you have to manipulate yourself and cut out pieces of your partner to solve puzzles. And what is this? Oh, Has Been Heroes, which they showed a bit of, and I think it's a roguelike. I didn't really...
It looked like some sort of RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG-esque, like, roguelike, and enemies come in from the right slowly, and you have to position your... I don't know, I looked at it, I was like, okay, and checked out. April 28th, so all that was March, those three. April 28th is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Spring is ARMS, Disgaea 5 with all the DLC, Rhyme, and the only game that matters, Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Only game down for summer is Splatoon 2. Autumn is Skyrim. Holiday is Super Mario Odyssey. And then just given the vague slapdash title of 2017 is Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Street Fighter, Minecraft, FIFA, Sonic Mania, I Am Setsuna, Steep, Siberia 3, NBA 2K, which I think they confirmed would be 17?
I think they said 18, actually.
Okay, then 18. And then Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2. Those are all the games that we know are coming out for the Switch this year.
Yep. Which, honestly, that's not a terrible lineup. I mean, I kind of wish that there was a little bit more padding in the middle there, but I'm sure that more things will get announced.
A lot of people are poo-pooing the launch lineup. I don't know which console they're referring to in their heads when they think of a good launch lineup.
Yeah. I mean, it's launching with, like, Zelda, like that gigantic Zelda game. Like, I don't know, that seems like... I mean, of course there's not going to be, like, a million games at launch.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's launching with I mean, let's be kind of realistic here. It's launching with probably one of its biggest games, ever.
No, yeah, I mean, it's a Zelda game, and Zelda skipped the last generation.
Yeah, I mean,
people are just a little more upset that people expected Mario and Zelda to both come out at launch when it's like that's that's a little bit crazy, but also rumor has been that Mario has just kind of been done. So it's interesting that we'll see it like later in the year, but I can't think of like any other times a game has just been sitting there done, just waiting to
assuming
release.
It is, assuming it is done. Yeah. And then like the Wii U launched with a ton of games. It's just all of them were crappy. They were Mass Effect, Batman, and then none of them ran with Call of Duty. Like, who wants to play an online Call of Duty on the Wii U?
Yeah.
Like, they're slapdash ports, and if people want that, sure, I guess, but like, I forget who it was. Somebody was out there going like, "Oh, the PS4 had a much better lineup." It's like, what?
No,
like, what? Like, knack? Like, what?
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty 4, which was broken for month after month after month. Like, I think people like, if 1-2 Switch and Zelda and the like one or two other games is good within just the first month of release, I think that's doing just as good as any other console launch that has dozens of games, 20, 30 games. Because you look at that launch, I mean, I bought an Xbox One and PS4 day one, and I look at those launch games, I didn't even like beat them. I didn't play them much because I'd play them for 6 hours and it'd be like, cool, wait 3 months. If Zelda's a 40-hour game, that's a pretty great start.
Yeah.
And it may suck. Like, who knows? Zelda may fucking flop on its ass. But
It looks great.
yeah, so I think I came away. I don't know how you all feel, but I came away from last night's presentation, and then not that today's Treehouse stream was something special, but like today's Treehouse stream, and I am like cautiously optimistic that like, and part of it is just what the Switch can do, like being able to just like not having to unplug my PS4, like unplug the HDMI, unplug the power, put that in a bag, then put the PS4 in a box or in a bag, then get the game, then get the controller, and then get the charger, and then lug it somewhere else. I don't have to do all that. I just take it out, slide the two Joy-Cons in, grab the charger, and go. The game's already in it. I'm done.
Yeah.
The ease of use and the combination of like a mobile thing and a full console that I can carry around is something I know I would use more often.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little cautious because of some of the costs and some of the strangeness about it, but at the very least the software seems impressive so far.
Yeah.
And that is the most important thing. I'll be a little grumpy having to spend some extra money having to buy the fucking Pro Controller, but at the end of the day, I'm getting a new No More Heroes game.
Yeah, there you go.
And what more can I ask? What will this game do to me? How will No More Heroes save my life this time?
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on before John just starts filibusters about No More Heroes.
It's very important to me.
I understand.
Okay, but so real quick, there was one other big news story that we should just touch on, and then we can... Yeah, I mean, do y'all want to talk about what we've been doing, or do y'all just want to go to questions?
In the interest of time, we just need to go to questions, because I have way too much... I personally have way too much to talk about. That's happened over the last month to try to squeeze into, like, a 15-minute conversation.
Yeah.
So
I kind of have a bit to talk about, too, but I don't know the next time I'm going to be here.
We have a lot of questions.
Sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of questions. May I make an executive decision, though, and talk... We'll do this after the Scalebound thing, but I actually am playing a recent game, so maybe I should talk about that.
Yeah, we'll do like one quick game.
We'll do Scalebound. Scalebound, and then... Yeah, so Scalebound. Ryan, would you like to talk about Scalebound?
Yeah, I'll talk about Scalebound.
What about Scalebound?
Remember Scalebound?
It's Scalebound.
Yeah, remember Scalebound is in the past tense.
Oh, Scalebound.
Scalebound got canceled. It got canned.
Wow.
It got trashed. It got thrown in the games dumpster by Microsoft. So for a little while, a couple I want to say a couple weeks ago, but this wasn't that far ago. I mean, maybe like a week and a half, maybe. We were getting a lot of reports that Scalebound was in, quote, development trouble. Yeah. The sources had said that Microsoft and Platinum had sort of soured with their relationship. No real details about that. Kind of what Michael says in his article here is that apparently developers took a break off the game, and when they returned, it was behind schedule and had a whole bunch of issues. And apparently, since their return, nothing had improved, and it affected their relationship to the point where Microsoft said 3 strikes, or 1 strike, or however many strikes, and Scalebound is out. As far as we know, there is nothing coming out of this. There is no sort of pickup on this at any point in the future. This game is just gone. There's been no information about anybody recuperating from this. It's kind of a huge loss for Platinum especially, because apparently they had a lot of their better, Michael uses the term A-team developers in this article, working on the game. And they showed that at E3, and that was a big exclusive they were pushing for the Xbox One. And now that it's gone, I don't know what's going to happen. I
mean, they still have Neo, and they still have like a lot of their little games, but Nier, whatever.
Yeah,
same game. I will do that over and over again.
Yeah, they're also working on some Grand Blue Fantasy games, and that is a gigantic property.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, for better or for worse. No,
I don't think it's like time to like ring the alarm bell. But that's a big like torpedo in the side of the ship,
and it just kind of came really unexpectedly too. I wasn't super like, even though I didn't like, even if I had an Xbox One, I wasn't super interested in that game, I guess. So, I don't know. I know people out there are really excited for it, but it has been canceled. And I think that's pretty much all we know about it right now. Maybe more news will show up about why it got canceled exactly, but
chances are more news won't come out.
Yeah. Not for a while.
Yeah.
So, that's pretty much that. I know Kamiya kind of apologized on Twitter, like, sorry about that, but we're gonna keep making good games and that kind of stuff. So, who knows? Platinum had really been churning stuff out recently, and I think it was because they were working on Scalebound and Nier, and now that Scalebound's canceled, we'll see what happens. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Scalebound, not a whole lot to say other than that. I apologize to those of you who are excited about that game. So,
thank you, Ryan.
No problem.
So, John. Real quick, I'll just talk about the one big game that I'm playing. I can't talk too much about it, so I guess that works out. I'm playing Yakuza 0.
Oh boy.
I'm not that far into it because I just started a new job, but I'm gonna try my best to get a review out. But it's great. I think it's really cool. It's really fun. It's funny as hell.
The parts you played are great.
Yes. Yes. I should say the parts I have played are great.
Yes.
This is just like, I'm allowed to talk about it in a preview fashion. So I will just say that so far I have enjoyed it, and I like Majima a lot.
So far. Yeah.
He's the guy with the eye patch.
So far, he may take it off.
Please.
I mean, there was a part where he took the eye patch off.
Was there another smaller eye patch underneath it?
Don't break NDA.
No, he put sunglasses on instead.
Oh,
so a double eye patch.
Oh, okay.
Kind of, yes. But no, it's what you would expect from a Yakuza game. There is something neat about it where, because this game is a prequel, there are only 2 playable characters because it's trying to focus on these 2 characters that are very integral to the plot of the series as a whole. So instead of, Yakuza's about fighting. Yakuza's about going around and getting fights picked with you while you're walking down the street. So instead of having a multitude of characters to play as and having a bunch of fighting styles, Yakuza 0 has 3 fighting styles per character.
Okay.
So, like, Kiryu has a fighting style that's, like, his basic, like, just punch, kick, whatever. Then he has one that's, like, really swift and is basically used to, like, get past defenses. And there's one called, like, the Beast, where you're just, like, trudging around, and then if you're near an item, you can just press square, and he immediately grabs it and swings it directly into the enemy. Majima has one where he just pulls a bat out of nowhere. And then he also has one where he's just does breakdancing, and it's great. So far, at least. I don't know, maybe by the end of the game I'll hate it. No, but, yeah, so far I enjoy it. I would also say that so far I feel like it would be a good place to start if you are interested in the Yakuza series and were worried about where to get into it, because you don't really have to know anything else.
Sure.
Yeah. Seems interesting.
I will probably play that game this year, almost definitely. Sure. So,
yeah. I mean, if anyone has any like quick things they want to talk about,
I got a couple.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games, but they're all older.
We need
stuff,
to be quick.
So
yeah, please be quick.
Like, no, I was just gonna say. So I will relegate that to next week. So stay tuned.
All right, Scott, do you have anything quick?
I played The Last Guardian. That is a big fucker of a game. I enjoyed it a lot. It is there's not much I can say that a lot of people haven't already said, but it is a game that is truly frustrating to play and has some like deeply beautiful moments that I have never experienced in a game ever before. That I think people should seek that out. It's something you kind of have to play because the moments translate really well. When you actually have your hands on it. Like, a lot of it is through gameplay, and that's what's interesting about it. You can get it from watching, like, a Let's Play or something, but I don't think that's the best way to do it.
Sure.
But also the big caveat is you have to play The Last Guardian. It's a really, really good game. I'm glad I finished it. I'm glad I never have to play it again. And I went and looked at the trophies afterwards because I only had like 7%, and some of that stuff, like, there are just straight up mechanics that I didn't even know were in the game. Like, as far as I knew in combat, you could just like let your Trico fight things while you just stand there and watch and maybe pet him, or at some point they teach you can go charge into people. And that is a good way to, like, if someone has a shield that the Trico won't attack, it's a good way to get that shield off of him, and then you can throw it and break it, and then you don't have to deal with that anymore. But there are other mechanics, like when you knock someone down, you can go pull their head off with your own hands.
Yeah.
It's metal as hell, and I never tried that. But the rest of the achievements are stuff like, make sure Trico catches you with his tail 10 times, and stuff like that doesn't make sense. It's so strange. Like, I don't understand why they feel like this is the game for that. This is the game for those kind of weird repeatable challenges when it really isn't. Yeah. I also want to quickly say I'm playing XCOM 2 right now. That is a fantastic game. I don't know why I haven't heard more people talking about how good XCOM 2 is.
Because nobody's PC is powerful enough to play it.
Well, I'm playing it on PS4. Like, they finally put that on consoles.
It came out on consoles, yeah.
Wait, it did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When?
A couple months ago, December.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah. It's a little chunky, but it plays. It plays XCOM. If you want to play XCOM, that's an XCOM, that's XCOM.
Yeah.
Oh, it's chunky.
It is chunky.
All right. First, Michael, was there anything quick you wanted to talk about?
Not really.
Okay. Let's move on to questions.
Finally, some news.
The Nintendo Switch. So they came out and announced it, right? Okay, so it's
Michael,
$3,000.
Michael, my hand is moving to the ballpoint pen on my desk, and if you keep talking, it is going directly into my eye socket. Do not do this to me. Please.
You could get a nice
Skip
iPad.
a 1-2 switch and you milk the cow.
Oh, is that what the NX is?
I will have shat myself across thine chair if you do not move on to questions.
What, thine chair?
Yeah, I'm going to come to Michael's house and take a big watery dump on his gamer's chair. Okay, sorry, right. I don't want to prolong this. Let's just move on.
Michael, for the first time this year, would you like to remind everybody where to send questions?
After I clean up the poop on my chair, you too can send questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can go over to Tumblr. No, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. You'll sound like these people do. Mm-hmm. Anonymous asks, some of these are a little old.
Yes.
So I apologize because we haven't podcasted since, well, we have, but we didn't answer questions for a little bit because of Game of the Year.
We do a formal podcast.
So we're sorry if we're just now getting around to them, but we have gotten around to them. Including, Anonymous asks, how did you get through that whole segment on boys and cars without mentioning the movie, Riding Cars with Boys? I don't know what segment they're referring to.
Because we're not 50-year-old women. That's why.
Sounds like a
Speak for yourself.
Riding Cars with Boys. It sounds like an automotive fetish porn film, and I'm gonna.
You've never seen that movie?
I've never
heard of that
never
movie?
even heard of it. No.
Wow.
It's
really? What?
It came out in 2001. So
Great.
for 50-year-old women. Anonymous asks, or just says, I don't have a question. Groudon looks like an electric hair clipper with arms and legs.
Thank you.
This is true.
Thank you, question
That's
asker.
absolutely right.
When I first read that, I paused for a moment, just stared off into space and went like, that's
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anonymous also doesn't have a question. They just have a statement that says, Team Fortress 2 is better than Overwatch and you are objectively wrong.
Okay.
I mean, if you like...
You seem,
yeah.
This sounds like someone trying to start beef.
Yeah, they want to start beef. I can tell them that they've got some. They seem like they're pretty good at telling us what our opinions are. So maybe they should submit an application and come right for the site if they've got they've got opinions that want to be heard.
Not if they have bad opinions.
Yeah,
that's true.
I will say that I do enjoy putting on the katana and all the great melee equipment for the demo man and hitting people with it more than I like playing as Genji. So maybe he's right.
Yeah, as somebody
Get better
who's
Genji.
sunk over 300 hours into TF2, I can safely say that it is not as good of a game from a vanilla standpoint as Overwatch. I mean, if you want to get into mods and bullshit like that, then maybe. But yeah. Anyway,
you want to talk about vanilla TF2? The fucking
No.
console TF2 is still the original
I really don't.
6 maps.
I want to stop talking about this.
Okay, fine. Go
beg
ahead.
you. I beg you. Michael, please read the next question.
Children, please.
Please.
Anonymous asks, this one's a little more recent now. Many people have compared Super Mario Odyssey to Sonic Adventure, as we did earlier. What do you think? Let's start with Scott.
Everything can happen in a new donk minute.
There you go. Ryan.
I don't know jack shit about the Sonic franchise. I just think it looks like Sonic 06 because it's got Mario next to real-ass people. That's my whole opinion on all that.
John.
I think Mario Odyssey is nothing like Sonic Adventure because Mario Odyssey looks like it's actually fun.
And I want I want there to be a secret little alleyway that is very hard to get into or find, or you have to do something special to open it. Kind of like getting Yoshi or whatever it was in Super Mario 64. Mm-hmm. And in that alleyway, you would find in Batman Arkham, you'd find where his parents died or whatever. You go in this dark alleyway and you turn the corner and there's a blue hedgehog kissing a woman. That's all I want.
Get out of here! Leave us alone!
Or a tabloid newspaper, really small corner. It's really hard to see, and that's what it is. It's shock, furry epidemic. Moving on. Anonymous asks. Anonymous just says, "I can't believe the Super Mario Brothers movie finally got the game adaptation it deserves."
It's about damn time.
Finally.
Yeah, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Truly.
I almost shat myself when he came out of the sewer thing at the beginning of that trailer. My god.
I shat myself when I saw the words New Donk City on the screen in front of me. And just my mind just whirled. Okay. Anonymous asks, do you think Dr. Eggman would be a passionate lover?
Absolutely.
Of course.
Depends on which one we're talking about.
Okay, it's
which
specifically
incarnation?
Eggman. It's specifically Eggman, so more current. So if it's Robotnik, we're talking about fucking Pingus ass,
Yeah.
YouTube poop motherfucker. Which no.
See, I could see Eggman being a passionate lover, but I just think about how he looks in Sonic 06, and I'd be so horrified that I wouldn't be able to get into it. So I'd be so off-put that...
Not necessarily to you. You don't have to fuck him.
Well, listen.
You can say no. You can go passionately love someone else. I mean, I'm not saying you don't. I'm not kink shaming you here. Fuck the Eggman you want.
I guess I shouldn't apply my sexual opinions of Dr. Eggman to the internet populace as a whole, because maybe there are some people who are into those super realistic mustache hairs that he has in that game, but.
Done. I mean, we're done with this.
I mean,
nope.
Okay, whatever. Just hypothetically, I just wouldn't be into it.
Whoever's really into hyper-realistic mustache physics must have gone ape shit over Mario Odyssey. Because holy shit.
The point is that he could have been a passionate lover, but it wouldn't matter because I'd be too creeped out by the way he looks for the whole time. So anyway,
he'd invent some like animal robot.
Can we move on?
Do it for him.
That's furry shit. Can we move on, please?
Yes. Sonic is devoid of that.
Just trying to be a good boy here this year. No dirtiness.
I gotta save that for episode 2 of 2017.
Yeah, baby.
Niall writes in.
Oh, Christ.
Hi, Niall.
Niall says, "Hi, Chooch. It's me, Niall.
Hey, Niall.
Good boy. The one who makes the show somewhat listenable and removes all the crying and name calling. Not all the name calling. Let's be honest. That guy is who I am. Since I'm not on the show this week, I'd like to state that the Switch looks bad, and I will stand by that until they make a new Metroid. You will be standing for a very long time."
Actually, GameSpot interviewed Reggie, and they explicitly said, people were kind of expecting to see Mother 3 and Metroid here, and he said, "I have nothing to announce right now, but let's talk again by this time next year and see what you say."
Oh, boy. Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, Pokemon Stars still wasn't announced.
Yeah.
Like, there's...
neither was Smash
There's
Bros.
a lot of little...
Yeah, like, they haven't talked about Virtual Console at all, and that is where they would have Mother 3 at least, so...
Yeah, I mean, E3 still has to happen.
They don't need to talk about anything right now. They've got it out there.
They need to talk about March, April, and June.
Yeah.
That's what they need to talk about. Niall continues, before we interrupted him, and said, "Also, who do you all hope to see in the new MVC? I don't care who else they add, because Captain Marvel is in it, so I'm happy. Thanks, love you, bye."
We answered this already pretty recently, didn't we?
Did we?
I don't know.
Something like that.
He edited it, so I'm going to say no.
I could have sworn.
I agree with him. I think as soon as they said we did it before the announcement.
Yeah.
We did it before the announcement.
Yeah.
John had
because
a whole
I
list.
said...
Because I know I talked about the Frank versus Frank thing, but I thought that was in a private Skype call, not on the podcast.
No, it was right before the announcement. Or maybe it was a private, who knows. I said Captain Marvel, and there she was.
Yeah.
I think they're fine. I can't think of anybody else that needs to be in there.
The Punisher and Daredevil.
Yeah.
I like when they have like weirder stuff. Like, I mean, it's kind of easy to guess a lot of the characters now because they're going to be trying so hard to do MCU stuff. But like, if they weren't, I like Doctor Strange. I would want him to come back, but of course he's going to come back. Like,
the question is, who do you hope to see, not who do you logically think is next?
Sure. I mean,
the Punisher and Daredevil.
There you go.
Batman.
Yeah. Stop! I'll kick your ass. A lot of my choices are more like Capcom characters. Like, I would love to see some more like obscure fighting game characters. I would like to see like someone from fucking Power Stone.
I want to see the guy from Resident Evil who says, "What are you buying?"
The merchant.
The merchant. Yeah.
He'd be a good support
what
character.
What are you selling? What are you buying? Moving on. Counting Vowels writes in and says, "From 1 to 10, how good was the Nintendo Chill Wave DJ from last night's event?" Like an 8.
Yeah, I was going to say 8 is the exact number I was thinking of too.
Yeah.
Up there.
I think
I was into it, so.
I think separately at some point, while we like a good chunk of us, I think everyone here and then a few other people, friends of the site, were watching that together, and I think at least everyone at some point got kind of distracted by that fucking music. just entranced by it. It was very non-Nintendo. Y2Ken, you toucan.
You said Y2Ken. That's pretty good as it is.
Yeah, I was just trying to pronounce it.
Y2Ken.
Whatever. There you go.
Oh, that's pretty good.
It's like a Hadouken, but you're
that sounds like a Street Fighter move.
Yeah.
What everyday activity or action would you most like to see transformed into a Joy-Con minigame a la the 1-2 Switch is offering?
Boy.
We've seen cow milking, sub-chomping, and more, but what mundane task do you want to replicate in a competitive fashion?
See, I have answers for this, but I feel like they merge too far into, like, WarioWare territory. I don't know. Maybe like air traffic controller where you have like the light up cones and you're like waving them over your head to land a plane or something.
That's pretty good.
Shuffleboard, like a pool cleaner net, and you're like dipping it down the pool, like get the leaves out or something. I don't know.
I want this game to teach me like you know how they have like the flag posing thing where like you have all the different letters with the like Navy flags.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Picking up a phone and trying to explain to someone that the refund hasn't been processed yet because that's not how banks work. It takes a couple days.
Next question. Forlornness. I had an answer earlier for that last question. I can't remember it
Sure.
off the top of my head. I had a good one. I can't remember it now. So just pretend I had a good one.
Wow, Michael.
Oh, nice one.
That was a really
great.
good one. Too bad Niall had to cut it out because of how disgusting it was.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, trying to be a good boy here.
Yeah.
It's a daily activity, so that's what I do every day.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's okay.
It's not
Sometimes
what good
you shit
boys
in your
do.
hand. Whatever. Forlornness wraps us up, and you can send in questions like this to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can go over to videogamechoochoo, all one word, .tumblr.com
//
/ask.
Ask.
Ask. If you go to /ass, you get something special.
No, you don't. Don't lie to our listeners.
Trying to
Greetings.
be a good boy, please.
Shush. Be quiet. Let me ask the damn question.
In a good way.
Reading. Choo Choo. In spirit of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 coming out, any of you feel strongly about
Zigbar. Like a Z.
being a potential true final boss of the series, smiley face?
So,
I think I can answer this pretty succinctly. First of all, it's pronounced Zigibara. Okay, it's how it's pronounced.
that's like that thing in Japan where they have the really big burly men, right? Like in the yaoi, Zigbara. Yeah.
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 So
it's a bara, but it's from the comic strip Ziggy. Yeah.
Great.
So
Great.
I don't know. So here's the thing. I used to be like a giant Kingdom Hearts fan, and I actually used to have Zigbar as my avatar when I first started posting on. Well, I first started posting on online forums when I was a teenager. I don't know if this question is like facetious or if I'm really just so far behind on Kingdom Hearts lore that this dumbass with a ponytail and an eye patch has somehow entered into the running to actually be the final antagonist for the series. I don't think that the answer to this would be yes. I would not like it. I mean, I wouldn't not like it, I guess, but maybe I'm just... I just don't know how to take this question, is the problem. I would prefer... Here's the thing. I would prefer that he not be, but
I'm dying.
You never know. So
I'm dying.
I'm gonna answer this question by saying that Zigbar sounds like a boobah's name.
And this.
Yeah,
Yes.
let's wrap this up.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you all for listening and sending in questions. We will probably have a much more normal podcast next week.
Definitely.
Normal.
Yeah, normal for us.
Normal. Yeah,
For
normal.
us.
Whatever that is.
But you know,
Normal.
we had to
Little
talk.
more normal.
We had to talk about the Switch.
Yeah.
So, but thank you so much for listening. Again, if you want to send us questions, podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. I want to say on the podcast real quick that we are once again looking to recruit someone new
Which
for the site.
by the time this
goes up. Yeah.
Now,
Well, I've already done
actually, now
yes.
Oh, okay. It's your decision.
I thought about it, and because we didn't talk about it on the podcast, I feel like we should extend it like a week or two. I think that would be fair because we didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Okay.
So yeah, there is information on the Tumblr. We just if you want to send in what I want to see is some sort of writing, like, you know, an example of your writing. It doesn't have to be something published. It could just be something that you wrote. You know, nothing specific. Just I want to read some of your writing. Just send it to john@videogamechoochoo.com. And you know, if you have any experience or any like real like desire to be on videos or on this podcast, then definitely apply.
You too could be a part of this clown car clusterfuck we call this podcast.
Yes,
One lucky winner. No, sorry, John.
But again, I would just like to remind everybody that this isn't a paid gig. This is something that we're doing just as a sort of resume buffer in a way. Like, this is something so that way you can say, hey, I have experience on podcasts and writing articles.
This website is a public service. We are all fuck it. That bit's going nowhere, John. Sorry. I just need to shut my fat mouth.
It's okay, Ryan. It's okay.
In the podcast.
Yeah, but yeah, so you know, just by the end of the month, send in your examples, and we'll get back to you. But thank you so much for listening. We'll be here next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast.
Good pod, boys.
New Donk City.
New Donk City.